I knew I was drawing this one. I knew I was drawing one to get to the Login Loco. In this case, Ferdinand, the Login Loco's main strong tender engine, who's often the well, I would say that all of them are definitely bad. In fact, I consider them pretty awful. I consider Ferdinand to probably be have something that a pretty annoying shtick, which is the whole thing of him saying, "That's right." And honestly, as a mini, Ferdinand doesn't really concentrate well as a Thomas Mini. He's really short, and I don't know. It's just his looks just don't feel right for him. Maybe if this was a different character, it actually worked out well. I've actually seen some people actually comment this into Kenji from Ventures, but this one right here, yeah, it's kind of a misfire. Ooh. Well, it's all for now. Join me next time and look at another Toss Mini. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. It actually is time for celebration, as this one marks the first time we are not doing a Thomas Thursday on the original 32 I made back during the day. Yeah, but I don't know. I actually made 32 original ones. And everyone except for Glow in the Dark Charlie, who I no longer have, has been reviewed. So, we are new ones. And this one kind of makes sense to be a bit of a celebration one. This is Anniversary Emily! The only Emily collection having number 12 on the side. And probably the first time you've ever seen Emily from my collection. It's not the classic variant. Well, maybe except for Molly, but even then, that one's painted. And Emily here is pretty good. Say, she definitely has a kind of a bunch of stars, polka dots, and yes, her number 12 is even encased in a star. It looks like she also has a laser show on a wheel arch. I just noticed that. Like, it looks like a laser show. Have I never noticed that before? Emily is just one of those minis that just always has had a different stuff. I don't know why, but it kind of looks like a tank engine cap, even though it is for tender engines. They would use this more for Rajiv, which makes absolutely zero sense to me. Well, that's all for now. Join next time we look at another Thomas Mini. Houston, we have a Mini. This is Space Scruff. Yeah, we have probably going to get back to the space stuff pretty soon. As this is, Scruff. And this is one of my, this is actually the best variant of Scruff I ever got after the classic variant. Yeah, for the longest time, I had like the classic variant of Scruff only. It took me a while to get this other version of Scruff. But I was able to get him in soon. Scruff's always had a bit of an odd history with Thomas friends. Starting off in season 14 where he didn't want to get clean to episodes where he does kind of work hard. Moments where it does kind of make sense. And he has become some forgotten character. Honestly, Scruff might be one of the most forgettable characters introduced in the nitrogen seasons, as he doesn't really do much. I've always liked Scruff's design as a mini. It practically captures him almost to a T, just squashed down. And he does look well. Well, that's all for now. Till next time, we look at Thomas Mini. Introduced in the Great Railway Shows movie, The Great Race, Ashima is, well, a bit odd of a mini to use. Yeah, the Ashima mini is kind of odd, but honestly, it doesn't really matter, okay? Ashima's already very odd. Being this helpful guy. See that? Yes. Although she does appear in the series afterwards, which I kind of like that part. Although we don't get much development for her, she just brings before. One thing I've always noticed about Ashima is that there's a little black smudge on her. I don't know how that got there, honestly. Okay? And unfortunately, I'm a spare Ashima, so this is my only version I got. But to say things are not good. I also don't like that her main body is blue instead of pink. It caused a lot of, well, paint chipping happen. And even though I've kept this one spotless, I have seen others that look kind of messed up. And while most is a decent enough mini, there are definitely better ones out there. Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we look at another Thomas Mini. Okay, try to see if I can get this one here. It's Zebra Thomas, and yes, yes, this is not a quirk that I myself actually use for British terms. I actually just say zebra normally instead of zebra. It just sounds more natural to me personally. But that's enough of speech quirks. Let's get into Zebra Thomas. Thomas is one of those animals meanings that moves series 3, and has a zebra design all around him. In fact, the main he's got this old black and white design is something that's unique to this Thomas mini, as not many Thomas minis have this kind of color scheme on him. This is your sound. I'm sorry, not Thomas, but I like it. I like the black design. It gives a nice little different striping effects compared to other minis that have stripes too. We'll get to more ones that do have stripes that are a bit more basic. What's all for now? The next time is look at another Thomas mini. Here are 2 for the price of 1. Or actually, it's not really 2. But instead, some updated versions of the same mini. This is Chilling Gordon. The one on the left is the older version, and one on the right is the newer version I have in the collection. Both are meant to be like the exact same mini, but there are some differences. Mainly, the expression of this version is a slightly better than this one. And times. However, I don't know why, but actually, I look like I was cheerful, as this one actually looks supposed to like Gordon actually would look like in the series. My Chili Gordon I've had all the light all the here is also my first Gordon, so it has a lot of parts of parts where page has chipped over the years. This was back in series 1, so it kind of is explainable why this happened. In fact, the old Gordon I use in my series is still one from series 1. Honestly, both work out just fine. One has the more printing, and has a weaker face. One has, well, scratched up printing, but generally has a better face for it. But both look generally good for it. Although I think for the older version, just do how everything turned out in the end. Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we look at another Thomas mini. The sport of kings. Tennis. People, well, I'd be thinking of someone like Serena Williams. But in this case, I'm thinking of sports Bill. Yes, Bill. Not Ben, as I've had it, but Bill. This is my only variant that's not the classic version of Bill. And honestly, this was actually my first of the twins, honestly. He's pretty old. And yeah, he's one. Okay? This is, of course, back from a sports mini. It looks like a tennis ball. I've seen it came in a sports franchise, which included Edward, Porter, Dash, and Salty, as sports like soccer, baseball, football, basketball, and in Bill's case, tennis. I've always liked Bill and Ben's minis. They translate surprisingly well. The models don't feel squished as others, and they actually look pretty good. Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we look at another Thomas mini. The Rainbow Minis. These are some of my favorite minis ever made. And one of the ones I'm showing off to you right now is Rainbow Rosie. Wow, look at her. All the bright colors and shimmeriness. Yes, this is probably the 3rd rainbow I got, as I already had, or was it 2nd? It was either before or after the Rainbow Emily, but most likely before, since I think I'm still getting Shane along with it. This one's very good. It's got a very nice view of purple shades that eventually shade into an orange and a green. And again, these rainbow minis just look amazing to look at. You'll be seeing more of these in the future. I have all 5, and they all look really good. Well, that's all for now. Join me next Thursday as we look at another Thomas mini. One of the more contentious Thomas minis, to say the least, is, well, not really Thomas minis, but more Thomas fans characters, is Charlie. And honestly, Charlie, can get pretty annoying at times. Okay, his humor really feels like it's being targeted to kids, and honestly, his jokes are really funny. But honestly, a mini Charlie is pretty good, honestly. Okay? Being one of the first ever purple mini, well, purple is a general color, he adds something different. Again, purple is probably made for advertisements and for children. People are going to be generally attracted to a purple train a lot more. This is my Charlie from Series 1. Well, I have a few others I'll show off eventually. But this is the one I'm going to show off to you guys right now. He still has the weight in there. His name is still labeled, although mine is clearly rubbed off due to age. Even though this Charlie's in relatively good condition. No means I'm like really bad condition unless you look hard enough. But this is honestly a way to get mini. Join me next time. Let's go another Thomas Mini. It's Morphin time! Dragonzord! Mastodon! Pterodactyl! Triceratops! Saber-tooth tiger! Tyrannosaurus! 5, 6 awesome Power Rangers minis! But we're looking at one today. Which one? Well, we're looking at the Red Ranger, James. Yes, Power Rangers' Red Ranger is presented by probably one of the most elegant engines out there, James. Honestly, like Rosie, the Power Rangers minis are very unique. James's decals are a bit weirder since they have to fit around his cab and tender, but yeah, other than it is odd. Okay, I think that these fights work out better than others. They're all ones that do not work out well, and they're all ones that don't amazingly. It's better than trying to fit around Gordon as James is a red mini. Overall, I like this one. It fits for a great mini. That's all for now. Join me next time as we look at another Thomas mini. Power out!